Hello, welcome. If you watch this video till the end, you'll get knowledge how to scrape data from any website. So today I'm gonna show you how to scrape product information from e-commerce website using BeautifulSoup in Python. Before you get started scraping data from website, you should have knowledge about Python and also some understanding about BeautifulSoup and Pandas. Pandas is useful to analyze and visualize your data. So in data science, we can do a lot of exciting work. Once we have interesting data, we can use pandas or matplotlib to analyze and visualize our data. But how do you get that data? That is the difficult or the challenge, especially if you are working on research. So the challenge or the difficulty is how do we get that data in well structured or well organized form of data in CSV or any other formats. So in this tutorial, you are going to learn how to get that data from any website using BeautifulSoup. If it is provided to us in a well-organized CSV or any other file formats, we are lucky because we got that needed data. Most of the time, we need to go out and search for that data, the source of that data ourselves. That is the difficult. So oftentimes you'll find the perfect website that has all the data you need, but there is no way to download that data. If you get that data on the website or somewhere in web pages, but there may not be a way to download that data. So the main option is scraping the data. So BeautifulSoup comes in handy to scrape the HTML document from that website. If we find the data we wanted to analyze online, we can use BeautifulSoup to grab that data and transform into a structure formats that we can understand it. What is BeautifulSoup? A BeautifulSoup is a Python package for parsing HTML and XML documents from any websites. It also creates a parse tree for parsed pages that going to be used to extract data from HTML documents. And here, if you didn't install the BS4 or BeautifulSoup, you can install on Jupyter Notebook if you are working on Jupyter Notebook using pip install BS4. Then we are going to import those important libraries that we're gonna use for scraping data. Import requests. A request is a built-in Python package that going to send and receive a request and response respectively. So it is an elegant and simple HTTP library for Python, which was built for human beings to make an HTTP request simpler and more human friendly. So to send HTTP requests and receive HTTP response from any website, that is important. Before we get started scraping the data from websites, we should have to understand and know the legal use of that data. As a data scientist, when we use to scrap websites, we have to make sure you are following some guidelines of that data. You are treating the websites and their owners of, with respect to that data. And you always check a website's terms and conditions before scrapping and make sure that you read the legal use of that data. Usually, the data you script should not be used for commercial purpose. You make sure that the data you are going to script is not used for commercial purposes, because that is not allowed to sell that data or use for any for distributing for commercial purposes or marketing purpose. That is strictly forbidden. That's why you should follow the legal rules and regulations of data science. Do not spam the website with a ton of requests. When sending a request to the website, don't spam that website by sending a ton of requests per second. A good practice is you send one request per web page per second. That is a good practice, and you always follow this guideline, this rule as a data scientist. And as a general rule of good practice, make one request to one web page per second. If the layouts of the websites may be changed, so you should have to change your code as well, because the HTML tags or the classes, the attributes may be changed. So you should change your code as well. Okay, now if you have some information about web scripting and the libraries, let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's find the e-commerce website. For the time being, I'm going to use ebuy.com. ebuy.com is an e-commerce website. There are a lot of products are available on eBay, but you should have to be specific because there are a lot of information. That is a time wastage to scrap all things, but you should focus on which kind of products you are going to scrap for the time. Okay, for now, I'm going to show you how to scrap laptops, laptop products. Let's search this laptops and netbooks. And here there are a list of products are displayed here, and let's see the end. In one page, there are 60 items. There are 120 items, and in one page, per page, there are also paginations. There are a lot of paginations in each item pagination, item per page. So we are going to scrap all the items per page. How many pages we are going to scrap? You can also scrap all pages, all items from this website. For now, let's scrap 60 items per page. Let's make it 60 items per page. And we are going to scrap 1, 2, 3 pages we can do. If you click this on this, here you can see in the address bar, the URL is, this is the first one is pagination per page. This is pagination. In one page, there are 60 items. So let's copy this part. Or you can copy up to this. Up to this. And you can append the number of pages from the code we are going to use. Now, you can paste in the URL. Here, this is the URL for scrapping. And here there is a function we are going to build the body of functions here. This HTML, I mean, web page, HTML contents. There is an empty list that going to list the HTML and web page response from the HTTP request we are going to send requests dot get, we pass URL. In this case, for every I in pages. Pages is the number of pages. In one page, 60 items per page. And here we append this the number of pages, or we can we can append the format I the page. If you scrap the first page, we get 60 items. If you scrap 3 pages, we get 180 items, because in one page there are 60 items. Okay, now we send a request to scrap this, because here when the I is 1, just get this URL. I assign 1. Okay, then now we soup the BS is the soup here as a beautiful soup, and we get the web page response dot content from this HTML web page, and there is http dot parser here to parse an HTTP document. Now let's append each content per page in the list HTML dot append soup, and we return this HTML HTML contents. Now let's run this. First let's run library URL. Okay, now let's run this code with content per page function, and let's pass the URL as an argument in list of pages, number of pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, as this, and we get the contents of this page. All the HTML contents are parsed, but those are not important for us. So what we are going to do is we want list of item name, price, and the location where it is located. So we specifically scrap those informations from this website. Every website every browser supports inspect, and just right click on the first list item and inspect it. So when you move the cursor to the elements, you can see that the highlighted page, which is in which element that layout is included. So here there is a UL list, UL tag, an HTML tag, which is an ordered list. So all the items in the list of items are under this element. The classes are SRP hyphen results and SRP hyphen list clear fix. So when you expand this, you can see that the list of items. So a single list is enclosed inside this, and this also there are 60 in one page. There are 60 items displayed. So we have seen that there are 60 list of items. So it is very hard to write code for each list item. Here you can see that the data view is an attribute in each list. So each list represented by item and item ID. The item ID here, starting from 1 up to 60. 60. So because in one page there are 60 number of items, so each item represented by item ID, data view item ID, and we can now get this item ID, data view attributes. Okay, back to the editor, and let's define another function that is get data per page. We get the contents per page, and we parse the data from this HTML contents. First, let's define empty dictionary, which contains the title and price and location. Okay, then for iterating for each page, because we have parsed 4 pages, the contents of 4 pages, so we can iteratively get the data from each page. For every content in contents, we pass the contents from this function into this function as a parameter. So in one page, we have 60 items displayed. So we iteratively get, so it we assign the item ID by from the for loop for every I in range of 1 up to 61, not including 61, up to 60. And now let's get UL entity for every I. Content dot find is a soup method that going to find the elements of the HTML. UL, because here we want to find this UL. The classes are SRP hyphen results, SRP hyphen list, and prefix. Let's pass the class as a dictionary. SRP results. Okay, now under this UL elements, there are a list of a list of list elements. So we find all lists. There is another method that find all list, li, and we pass the data view as a dictionary mi. So let's check the list. So mi colon 1686 vertical bar iid starts from 1 up to 60. So 1686 vertical bar item id, and we pass the I value into this format I. Okay, all right. So in this, we get all list of items and assigned to this UL entity. So now we are going to get the title, price, and the locations for every li in UL entity. Now let's parse. The title is li.find. Okay, let's see. Let's expand a single list item, and there is a div here. You can go down and find the div. You can expand this as item double underscore info and clearfix. Inside this, there is anchor tag, and when you expand this anchor tag, you can see that the text is inside this, and there is heading 3 tag that find the classes for this heading. So we can just find this and then find this and then get the text from this. Now let's find this div from that class. We find as item info clear fix. Then we find the h3. The class name is s item underscore title. Now we find this div. Under this div element, there is anchor tag. Inside this anchor tag, there is heading tag and the class. And finally, we get the text from this tag, dot text. Okay, all right. Now the next is the price. The price is this, and the location is this. And inside this info clear, go down and you can see, you can simply move the cursor. This is s item double underscore details. Inside this, you can find the price. The price is the first one. When you expand this div s item detail, you can see s item price. So you can get this. You can call this under div. There is a span element tag. Okay. Price li find div the class is s item detail s item detail primary. Okay, let's check. Yes, primary. Then inside this there is a span text. Then find the span, the class name is s item double underscore price. Then finally we get text. Okay, the third element, the third is this location. Okay, just go down and find where is the tag for location text. Okay, this one. You can expand this, the same for price, but in span there is item underscore location. So we can simply copy this. You can remove this part actually. You can remove this part. You can only get the item location as item location span, because only this is available. There is no other tag classes for this location in this tag. Now let's update the dictionary and append each item details into this dictionary. Title dot strip going to remove left and right side white space. in the last we are going to append is location. And then we return the dictionary data. Okay, all right. Let's check if there is error. There is missing some tags. Okay, I think yeah, here there is error. There is error. Okay, we make sure that it should free from any error. Results. Okay, all right. I think it's free from error. Now let's run this. Okay, now let's call this function and get the data. Oh, location. Okay, here let's update. I copied it and I forget updating that name. Oh, it's going to run. Okay, all right. Let's check. Run this. Let's run the first 5 elements. Slicing is not allowed. Okay, it is dictionary. All right. Uh, oh, congratulations. This is all the titles scrapped from this website and the prices also. And also you can go down in the list of locations. Okay, let's convert to the transform into the data frame and let's check. Okay, let just pd dot data frame, then pass the data and let's check. Congratulations, all the data are successfully scraped from the eBay website. The titles, the prices, and the location where it is located, this item, and all 240 rows data are successfully scrapped because we have scrapped 4 pages. In one page 60 items are displayed, and we can multiply 4 times 60. Total number of items are we scrapped are 240. If you increase the number of pages, you can scrap more pages and more data. So it is an example, so you can do by yourself. And we can further analysis. Actually, you can convert this df to csv, by by product info dot csv, and we drop the index. Okay, let's check. Uh, this is, you can see that. But this also required to clean, because here in the title all informations are combined together. So the inches, the storage, the processor, and the type of the model, and the RAM size, everything are written in as a title. So you should clean this data, and you can separate all this information in a separate column, And you can also remove the special characters like dollar symbols from prices, and you can also clean this location name, exactly specify the name, and you can further analyze this data. You can clean the data, but now you get the data in a structured format. So you scrap with all the information. You can also scrap from Alibaba or Amazon, and you can compare the prices with the same model, the same platform, the same specification. Okay, this is all about web scraping. So you can scrape any website using Beautiful Soap. If you like this video, subscribe and share my YouTube channel and receive up-to-date information. And I will prepare and I will share the latest topics about data science. So thanks for today.